Hello and welcome to this lesson on the order of calculation or the order of precedence of your formulas. Now this is an important topic to cover, but especially if any of you watching this lesson right now are not very confident with numbers or with your maths. I also don't want you to be overruled by this because coming in as the kind of second lesson here, but please don't be misled. Writing formulas and functions is not too tricky. I wouldn't be doing this if it was. And fortunately there's not much maths or work to do. In coming lessons we'll be using functions, and a lot of the kind of work is done for you and you just use those, and you've got a lot of power with a lot of ease. However, if you're going to write your own formulas, like in the previous video, we need to be aware of this. And that is that looking in cells B3 and C3, I have the numbers 2 and 3. Let's imagine in cell E3, I'm going to write a formula, just like in the previous lesson. So equals at the start. I'm going to click on value 1, and I'm going to plus value 2. And then let's imagine that that answer needs to be multiplied, that's the wrong symbol, multiplied by 2. So what I'm looking at here is, 2 plus 3, which should make 5, and then multiply by 2, which I guess makes 10. But when I press enter, the answer is returned as 8. And it's important that we understand why. And the reason is that I have written a formula that uses two kind of operations, two operators. So there's two types of calculation in one, and in the order of precedence, or sometimes known as the rule of BODMAS, multiply has a greater priority than plus. And it's important we know that because this formula is going to do C3 multiplied by 2, so that's 3 multiplied by 2, so 6, then add in B3 on top, which will give us the 8. And that's why it's getting the answer. So Excel is not doing anything wrong, and indeed this is not really an Excel topic, this is algebra. But it's important that we just have an awareness, that's all I'm asking here. And then more importantly, know how to change it. And the way we do that is we wrap a pair of parentheses or brackets around the part of the calculation that we want to happen first. So I'm going to put some brackets around B3 plus C3 there, so it does that first, and then multiplies by 2, and now we have the answer of 10. Now, I repeat myself again, I don't want anybody to be overruled by this, if anybody's in that situation. It's not that uncommon for me in the work that I do, travelling around businesses, teaching Excel, consulting in Excel, that sometimes you'll see people write formulas, and this is just a pretend example, don't read too much into it, like this. And we know from the previous lesson that those brackets are not necessary. 2 plus 3 is 2 plus 3. There's only one operator, what's the worry? But at the same time, it doesn't stop it working, doesn't prevent it. So I guess what I'm saying here is, if in doubt, just put the brackets in. Just bear in mind that the brackets force the order of the calculation. Now what I will leave us on, which might be a bit scary for some of you watching, is this little example further down. And the main reason for showing you this is, it's not to show something a bit more fancy, and it's just a pretend example. Don't read too much into the calculation that's happening. But I wanted to really show you Excel changing the colour of the brackets. That's what this example is all about. So if you did come across a formula as bad as this, where it be something that a colleague or a customer has written, or it might be something you found on Google, and you're thinking, oh, look at that. Then the great thing is when you put it in Excel, not necessarily what you can see on Google, then you'll see the red brackets around here clearly trying to say that these are on one level, like these are the same level, and those three are happening first. B7 divided by 2, C7 divided by 2, D7 divided by 2. Then I've got these brackets, the black ones there, saying it will then add the 3 together, and then it multiplies by E7 at the end, outside the brackets there. And you get used to seeing this, and I think I said on a previous lesson, even if you're amazing at Excel, you'll always appreciate things like these colours, just really making it a lot easier to see what you want to see, even if you know what you're doing and there's brackets and commas and stuff all over the place. And we can see the order of calculation stipulated quite nicely there with them. So it comes out as the answer of 40, and that was just an example of something a bit more elaborate and how Excel tries to visualize it to you. That is the rule of BODMAS, or the order of calculation. Important topic, just to store at the back of your mind there, and for if and when you need it. But very soon, just a few lessons to come now, we're going to start talking about functions, and this will really get stepped up.